All right, episode 22 of the podcast with Mark Ford. Jeffy, if you're listening, I appreciate you for connecting us, and it was dope chopping it up with Mark, seeing how, his passions for video, mixing, mastering, all that stuff takes into effect of what he's doing now. And it was a dope conversation, and listening to haikus from Pluto, lighting trees, and opioids, and earlier today, actually, while I was at the gym. And I mean, it's dope, bro. Like the transitions, the bars, the like everything, bro. So yeah, it was a dope conversation. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I appreciate you guys. Peace out. All right, Mark, your name's Mark?
Yeah.
Mark Ford?
Yeah.
So you're going to the gym after this, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, where are you going?
It's a UFC gym.
Oh shit. Like,
Yeah.
how's that, bro? Because I've been wanting to get a membership there, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. It's just a gym,
Yeah.
It's not that crowded for how it seems like it would be crowded, But it's getting more and more packed here and there. Like around 5, 6 is really packed, and then it just kind of dies down. But that's like the busiest time. Yeah.
I seen that they had like a cryotherapy thing there too, like,
Oh yeah. I haven't done it yet. They have a sauna there too.
Oh shit, bro.
Yeah.
I miss the sauna. Like ever since last year, I haven't been able to use the sauna since like all this COVID stuff. But
Yeah.
it's open and everything.
Yeah.
Dope, man. And do you live in Ventura or do you live in Oxnard?
I live in Ventura.
You live in Ventura, so that's where you came from.
Yeah. In the
Okay.
Avenue. Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah.
And shout out to Jeffy for connecting us too, man.
Yeah, man. That's my guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I met, it was Jeffy. I connected with Ty. Ty connected me with Jeffy, and then we did a podcast together.
Dope.
And then Jeffy's tight, bro.
Yeah, man. That's the guy. He's doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes for me, so it's pretty dope. All I gotta do is concentrate on the music and the visuals and all the other bullshit that comes along with this type of shit.
Like, how, like, are you choosing, like, like, when it comes to the album covers and stuff, like, you're choosing that, like, haikus from Pluto?
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
It's kind of like a metaphor in a sense, because like I'm a big astronomy nerd, kind of.
Okay.
I always wanted to throw something with Pluto in there, but when I was coming up with that project, there were like 2 songs that I came up with, and I was all like, I should probably just do a project like this, with no drums or anything.
Yeah.
And it turned into a project. I did it in like 2 weeks, and I was like, I'm gonna just drop a project randomly, And I came up with the name Haikus from Pluto because it's more or less like, I feel like Pluto was like considered a planet. It was the farthest out. So it's more or less like Pluto's me, and I'm far out from the mainstream light. So it's like like poems from the underground,
Dope.
Yeah.
And like listening to, I think I listened to 4 out of the 5 projects you dropped in 2020, or you dropped 4 in 2020, right? And then 1 this year?
Three last year, 2 this year already.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I listened to 4. It was haikus from Pluto, opioids.
Yeah. Painting beads.
What's that?
Painting beads, probably.
No, that's the one I didn't listen to.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and
pretty chill. It was the first one last year when COVID, right before
Yeah.
COVID hit. It was crazy because one of the videos we did called Past Tense, we were out there when Kobe died, and that was around January. And we
In
got
LA?
we got footage around the Staples Center, and it was just so packed, and it was peaceful and calm and serene, and everybody was on the same page, Then like a month after, that's when COVID started like ramping up and everything. And
again?
The last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so then
Okay. Oh, sorry, I was thinking about the championship. My bad. Like when they won the championships.
Nah. That whole thing got postponed, man.
Yeah.
I kind of thank COVID for getting us a championship.
I know, for real, man, for real.
Yeah. But it was just a trip to see it so serene, so many people out, and then a few months from there, seeing it dead, because I went down to LA to shoot a couple of videos for different people, and it was just totally dead. Yeah.
I know, man. Like just the freeways too, because every day around 4, it's like that rush hour traffic. But with COVID, like the freeways dead. Like
we thought we were gonna die, man.
What's that?
I said we thought we were gonna die, man.
I know,
it was
man.
crazy. It was like I Am Legend. Well, more or less, like, now we just went out to LA and that shit look like I Am Legend still because all the homeless and shit. But I remember the freeways were just dead, man. There's one thing I do regret not doing is just shooting a video out on the freeway.
Oh, that shit would have been tight.
Just the middle of the freeway with Los Angeles in the background. I regret not doing that, but it's all good, you know.
I think there was a shot that I specifically seen where it was like, I forgot what bridge it was, where there's a bridge and you could see like the skylines and stuff in the background.
That's the Los Angeles bridge. A lot of people take that, but I wanted one like literally because the 405 was like dead.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to just be on the 405 right under a freeway sign with the city in the background. That would have been sick, but you know.
Yeah.
Next pandemic.
Hey, yeah. Hopefully not though.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. But so you've been like, you're into video. How did you get into that, bro? Cause like when was like the moment you're like, I want to start doing video, or did it just progress over time? Like,
so I come from like a skateboarding background. So,
you know Drix, huh?
Huh?
Drix, I think Drix.
Yeah. He's a little bit younger than me, but yeah, I know Drix, and pretty much, you know, growing up and everything, skating, it was always cool to be like, you know, it'd be dope to have a video part, you know. So back in the day, like in high school, we used to have like this cheap ass editing gear in the ASB room, and we used to try and like throw our VHS like footage together. It was all ghetto, you know.
Yeah, but VHS.
Yeah, that sparked like the want for it, you know. And then in college, I took like video production, but it wasn't like video production like you're thinking. It was more or less like how to run a TV show and shit. And we shot using like good cameras for back then, but I didn't really do any type of editing. What started it when I started rapping, like maybe 2 years after I started rapping, I had a director. He flaked out on a video for me, and I knew what type of camera he had. I had money from doing what I was doing at the time, and I just got his same type of camera. I pirated Final Cut, and I just started experimenting, you know. And I did my first video after that, then my second. Then somebody hit me up and he was all like, "Hey man, just shoot a video for me." I was all like, "All right." I remember we got all high. Fucking, he gave me some ecstasy. Fucking up all night. Fucking just chilling with the homies.
What year was this? Do you remember?
That was like 2012. I think 2012, 2011. And all fucked up. And I remember coming home and just editing that shit until the morning. And it just slowly progressed, you know. Like, I didn't really think that I would be living off of it, but
yeah,
you know, I think that's life, man. You don't really know what's gonna happen. So
so I'm trying to wrap my mind around like editing on VHS. How does that?
So I wasn't editing on VHS, but you're talking about,
I mean, like
chopping
and like slicing and chopping.
There was like a editor, I forget the exact name for it, but it's like a tape duplicator, you know. So you like pretty much stop and play. It'd be like a cassette, you know, like you're stopping and playing and recording on a cassette, but you know, you try and chop it up and everything. And that's what I meant by editing. We would just kind of compile our skate footage. Stuff. Yeah,
that's dope.
Yeah.
And so when did you start like making music? Like, do you remember what year it was?
I got my equipment in 2009, and when I say equipment, I got a computer in 2009. And I was thinking it was just gonna be easy. Went to Guitar Center, got Pro Tools, that computer at Fry's. Got back to the crib, tried to install it. That shit wouldn't work. 6 months goes by. I try it again, nothing. Like a month goes by, I'm like, fuck this. I know I just didn't get this for nothing, you know. So I hit up Avid, the people that make Pro Tools, and they remotely logged into my shit and they installed it and everything. And then I realized, like, fuck, this shit's crazy confusing. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So got that shit up, and I kind of just slept on it for about a year, man. Like, in my mind, I could know how to, like, get the instruments to work, like the midis. So I would just play around with that. But as far as making like loops and beats, it was probably like a year and a half into that. And then let's say like I started doing the beats on Pro Tools, they weren't really good, you know. But my friend had told me about this thing called a machine made by Native Instruments. So I got that. I forget what year I got that, but when I got that, everything changed.
Okay, so before that, you were using just the keyboard, just the computer keyboard, and like the sequencer.
Yeah, just the
drum sequencer and stuff.
Just trying to figure it out, but like through that, just trying to loop everything and get everything right, but still not being able to do it and still not really playing with it. I had a better idea of how everything works. So when I actually got the machine, I was able to loop everything crazy. And the dope thing about it is my friend actually went to school for Pro Tools. He didn't finish, but he went to school for Pro Tools. So he taught me a little bit on how to record, which ended up being the reason I rap. Because if I didn't know how to record, I probably wouldn't have done it how I did it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So when you were making beats, like early on, did you have an idea of what you wanted to make, or was it just I'm just gonna try like different things and like?
I just wanted to get high and make beats, bro. That was about it.
Yeah.
There was no plan behind it. It just seemed like a cool thing because I knew Madlib was from the city, and you know I was just all that'd be dope to just sit around and get high and make beats around my friends, thinking it would be all easy. You know what I mean? But then it just spawned into what it spawned into, you know?
Yeah. And a lot of the, I'm not sure, you tell me, but a lot of the tracks that you made on those albums that you made recently were produced by you.
Which ones?
A few songs. I'm not sure exactly which ones.
So a lot of the ones from last year, I produced. Yeah. But for me personally, there's two things. For one, I just haven't had a lot of time to make my own beats right now. And then two, I get tired of my sound. Like my sound is like my sound. Other shit that I don't hear inspires me, because when you make a beat, for me anyway, I make a beat, I play around with that beat, I add stuff, I bounce that down into Pro Tools, I map the beat out, I record to it, I mix it, I master it, I do a video for it. I hate the fucking song. So anything that could eliminate all that work, and I just hear the beat and I write to it, mix it, and then throw it away, don't hear it for a while. Like that's kind of what I'm on right now. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm gonna go back to beats sooner or later, but for right now, it's more or less different people. But to get back to your question, I did produce a couple joints off of Haikus from Pluto. I produced one joint off the most recent one that I did, and then for Lighting Trees and Opioids, I produced a good amount of the beats for there.
One thing that I like about Haikus from Pluto was the transitions. Like the transitions were dope. Like that's what I liked about that one. And then Lighting Trees, there was a sample Paul McCartney's Wonderful Christmas Time.
Yeah,
that's one of my favorite Christmas songs.
DJ Manipulator did that one.
Okay, DJ Manipulator.
Yeah, and it's that was a dope one, because like with that project, I wanted to do a Christmas project, and I told Jeffy this since the start of the year from last year, but then COVID happened, all kinds of weird shit just threw me off. Got my first vinyl release with Opioids, that was cool. But I was all like, you know what, I gotta close the year off right, man. I want to do this Christmas project. He's all like, well, it's fucking November 28th. You gonna do it? And I was all, yeah. So I gave myself like 2 weeks, and I told DJ Manipulator, hey man, I'm trying to piece together this Christmas project, but it's not what you think. It's not gonna be all corny, like gimmicky. It's gonna be me, but just Christmas samples. And he's all like, I got you. So he sent me that. He's all, what do you think? And I'm all, nigga, what you mean? What do I think? That shit's hard, you know what I'm saying? So then I reached out to Roxy. He used to be on a Stone's Throw record label in LA. And Dex, he used to be part of Epsilon Project. And they shot me their verses back like that. And that's how that track happened. But yeah, man.
Hell yeah, man. And then I think it was the one next after that, there was the Snoopy sample too.
Yeah, I did make that beat. Yeah, I made both of those. So it's like 2 beats. But yeah, it's not Snoopy, it's Charlie Brown.
I mean, sorry, Charlie Brown, yeah.
Yeah, I always wanted to sample that shit, you know. Like the second beat that I did at that one, I always wanted to sample that. It's cool how it came out. I wanted to do it a little bit different, but compared to the first part, the Christmas part, like the Christmas time one, and then the actual Charlie Brown sample, it went together perfect.
Yeah, because they both had pianos.
Yeah, they're both from Charlie Brown. So
yeah, yeah. So hell yeah. And then what I've noticed too is that you're talking about stocks a lot, bro. Like you're investing in. Did you get into investing last year during COVID, or was it? Have you been into investing?
I kind of been into it, man. So I've had jobs before, and then there's 401ks and shit. But I realized you're pretty much just giving a corporation money to invest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you're gonna save your money. Your money's protected and everything, but you're giving them money to invest in their own shit too. So why not just cut out the middleman and do it yourself?
For real.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, like, you have the free, you have the ability to choose, like, which company you want to invest in. Like, for example, I invested in a shroom company where they're going to treat anxiety and depression using psychedelics like shrooms and DMT.
That's actually what I do right now on my website. We have this product called opioid cups with my partners, Stone Dar and the Minx. And it's for my project last year. But it's these peanut butter cups with mushrooms inside of them. And then we also have this drink that we're trying to perfect right now. It's called Shroom Pops, and it's gonna be like a tea mixed with a powder that's gonna fizz up like soda. It's gonna be like mushrooms in there too. And then we have this pill that's called plutonium pills. Yeah. And they're gonna be like microdosing pills, for depression and everything.
Those for sure, because I love microdosing. And yeah, man, how did you get into that too? Like, you guys just connected?
Who?
You and
Stone Dar and the Minx?
Yes.
Through Jeffy, man. They were just at shows, and I'm trying to remember. I don't want to say it wrong. I'm pretty sure it was just at shows, man. Like I forget what show exactly, but like every time I rocked the stage, I always had like different people come up to me. But I remember he came up to me. He's like, "Oh, that was tight." And, I would see him at different shows, and then we just started talking. And then, he does the whole edible thing with his girl and everything. They have, like, different products of mushrooms and THC products. And when I was coming out with my project last year, he was just all, "Man, we got to do something like a collab or something." I was all like, dope, And we came out with that, and people loved it, man. So now we're trying to come out with this something different, because everybody's kind of doing the same thing. I wanted to just do something different. But, yeah.
Dope. So like you said, you have your sound, like your own, like, so when you listen to a beat, do you like how does that work? Like you said, you had your own sound. Do you know what?
I mean just like from the mindset of like I sample a lot. Like I don't really like making original beats. That's not hip hop. I mean, it's hip hop. It definitely is. Don't get me wrong. But the hip-hop that I like always has samples in it because it just feels more soulful. It just takes a feeling that's already there, and it's more like a soundtrack, as opposed to unless you're a really creative musician and you know the pocket to hit, then that's totally different. But there's very few of those. Like, I don't even consider myself talented, man, to be honest with you, because what I do is a skill, But
it's learned, like...
Yeah, but certain things can't be learned, too. So, like, I come to that realization, too. Like, somebody could know how to chop a sample up know exactly what I'm talking about, and still not hit that right groove or hit that right pocket. So, it's a little bit of just knowing what you want and skill. But more or less, I feel like you could get played out off of how you view things. So it's always good to come in with a fresh perspective, which is like somebody else's instrumental, somebody else's beat,
And when you're looking for samples, are you crate digging, or are you
of course, crate digging, YouTube, TV, all that stuff, man. Sample my dog once.
That's fucking tight.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So when like Are you doing any other investing as far as like not the stock market? I think you're going to get into like real estate or some like.
Yeah, man. That's definitely something that I'm trying to position myself to, trying to get a house. It's expensive out here in Oxnard, California. As far as investing, man, it's just a whole bunch of investing to really get more money, man. Like I'm dropping a new vinyl, like Haku's is getting pressed up. I should be here in about a month. That's a couple $1,000s to get pressed up, looking at getting a new camera. It's probably gonna be like $6,000.
What are you shooting with right now?
Sony.
A7S or A60 or A6500?
It's a 6400.
6400.
Yeah, but I'm probably gonna go for the Alpha one.
Oh hell yeah.
And then probably get some really expensive G Master lenses that I don't need but I want, you know. And then you know, it's just constantly investing in what you do, man. Like
For real.
I'm not saying I make bank doing what I do, but I make pretty good money. But it's crazy because it's like when I was slanging, it just feels like, yeah, I have the money, but it's just going back into shit I need. You know what I mean?
Like what you need. You're reinvesting your money back into what you're doing.
If you're not doing that, then you're not really a good artist, unless people are doing shit for free for you, and then like you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you're a good artist, you have to constantly dump money into the shit, and it gets to the point you're like, damn, that's dope. I made 1,500 off of this project, but then you're all like, oh, this gotta go back into it. You know what I'm saying? So it just is what it is.
Like investing, not like monetary wise, but also like knowledge wise too, bro. Like whatever you learn, like the skills that you picked up, like, and for me as well, like earlier on, like video editing, I don't know, like mixing, all that stuff has come into play in this present moment.
Yeah, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the future. I just know that I'm just going on the path that I'm on.
Like, you know? It's a feeling that you feel like this is the right thing to do. Is that what you're?
Nah, man.
For me, bro, that's how I see it. I'm like, damn, this feels like the right thing to do. Like, I'm gonna keep heading in this direction.
Man, I would love it to feel like that, but when you have like a family that's dependent on you, it feels like fuck.
Oh, that too, man. Yeah.
It feels like fuck. Am I doing the right thing? You know, but like I do music because I love it. Videos, they pay the bills. The mixing side of it, I could probably make money on that, but it's not something that I'm passionate about unless it's me or my homies. And I don't know, I don't really like mixing, man. I don't feel like I'm a great engineer, you know. Like I feel like I've been to like a good studio. My boy David James, he took me down to this studio in Burbank called the Manifest Studios. There's this guy Jay Cruz, and he has all these different plugins that like I got, but I can't make my shit sound like that. He also has like really dope equipment too, like really good microphones. And I realized, you know, instead of doing that, I might as well just go over there or just pay him to mix. You know what I'm saying? So for the upcoming projects that I'm probably going to be doing, that's probably what I'm going to be doing, man, to upgrade my sound. Because my sound's great just for recording something super fast. But like I said, you know, in the end, you could try and do everything yourself. Like I could try and be the video guy for me, the engineer, all of this shit. Yeah. But like if you're not putting money into yourself, so if I'm not paying somebody to do this, paying somebody to do that, I'm gonna end up going crazy. And this happened before. You know what I'm saying?
Like what's one? You just felt overwhelmed at a certain point.
I always feel overwhelmed, man. There's so much going on, so much. I could tell you so many things that I have to do just on the daily. Yeah. And it's just a hassle, just getting shit to go correctly, and then shit doesn't go correctly, so you gotta freestyle and plan other things around it. But you can't stress out. That's what we were just talking about. You kind of just gotta be like Bruce Lee said. You just gotta be like water. And you just go with whatever comes your way. Yeah. And be content with it, because a lot of people try and go with it, but they're still stressing out. You really have to just breathe and just be content with it, and you know, it'll work itself out, you know.
Yeah, I feel that, man. Just like being present in the moment, because like if you're too worried about the past, too worried about the future, it takes you away from the present moment, which like there only is the present moment. There only is right now, pretty much.
Yeah, but a lot of people live in the future or the past. Nobody really lives in the present moment, and the people that live in the present moment really are getting the most out of life.
Yeah, and that's the goal, is as long as possible, like to live in the present moment, but also like have goals and learn from your mistakes. And there's a lot to it.
When you live in the future too much, then you're gonna have anxiety. If you live in the past and you're thinking about the past too much, then you're probably depressed. You know what I mean? So it's a balance between those.
Did you grow up here?
Yeah, Oxnard, California, man. Yeah.
Born and raised.
Not born. I was born in Harbor City. I don't even know where that is, to be honest with you.
I was gonna say, is that like the Bay?
Yeah, my parents lived in like Crenshaw area over on 63rd, and then when I was like a year old, they brought me over here, and then been here most of my life, man. You know, I lived in Vegas for a little bit, came back.
How was that?
Vegas. I mean, Vegas just feels like if you put Oxnard, Ventura, Camarillo, Santa Paula, and Fillmore in one city, and put casinos in there, and mad prostitutes and pimps and drug addicts. Yeah, that's all it is.
Nightlife,
just drug life.
Drug life.
Yeah, man. Like, I kind of just stayed by myself over there, you know, just alone. But you know, you see what people are on. People are on crazy
some
ones over
wild
there.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, orgies, all that kind of crazy shit. Yeah.
Fuck. Sounds wild.
A lot of shit goes on outside of Oxnard, man. I'm sure that
For sure.
all
bro.
that shit I just said goes down in Oxnard though too. You just gotta find it.
For real. And like it's dope. Like even venturing out and just seeing what else is out there, bro. Like different cultures, different cultures. Like there's so much to experience outside of like our city.
Yeah, definitely, man. Like, I think a lot of people get a box mentality.
Yeah. And have you traveled anywhere before, like outside of like Vegas or California, like anywhere else?
Atlanta, Iowa, New York, Arizona, Texas, Mexico. Where else have I gone? I feel like I've gone did I say Atlanta? Yeah, Atlanta. Yeah, I think that's about it.
You just wanted to go just cause, or was it just?
No, I have family over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And kind of going back to like earlier years, school wise, like you went to Oxnard, you went to Hueneme.
Yeah.
How was it there? Like, how was your experience, like with school and everything, and like it was just school?
It was just school, man.
Yeah.
Like, I look back on it, it was all like just school. So like a lot of people I know are dead now. A lot of people are in jail. A lot of people are fucking doing fine. Some are just still on their mom's couch. You know, it's a trip, but it's just school, man. Like you realize like people are people, and they're gonna pick their own path, you know.
Yeah. Like it's wild, just like growing up and seeing the different paths that people choose, and you guys like just split up, and I don't know, it's cool seeing that, just the different paths people choose to take.
It is, and sometimes it isn't, man, because sometimes you're like, damn, man, like what happened, you know. But sometimes people don't grow up, you know, and that shit's like extremely sad.
When you say that, like, what do you mean? Like, just like
sometimes people don't grow up. People are stuck in the same mentality.
Stuck in their ways.
Well, it's like you gotta look at it like this way, bro. Like, some people are gonna mature, and some people are never gonna mature. There's 50-year-old, 12-year-olds out there.
Yeah, I feel.
And you'll be like, why is he so lame? Why is he an asshole? Why is he like that? That's just the way he was, you know. Like, either he was raised that way, maybe he had a whole fucked up family, and he just thought that was the right way, and nobody ever told him otherwise. Maybe he got a mental issue. But some people never change. For me, like, and like other people I know, life is all about evolution. Mm-hmm. Like, if you're in the same exact spot that you were 10 years ago, you're listening to the same music, if you're on the same everything, then you haven't done any growth. I don't know if that's good or bad. Maybe if you get to a certain level, you don't need to do growth, but it feels like every 5 years, like, if I look back at my life, I'm on some different shit. I'm the same me, but I'm like, nah, that ain't me anymore. I didn't never really like that shit, you know?
Yeah. There's this quote, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result.
Yeah. A lot of people are insane out there.
Yeah. But man, like, I said this in the last podcast, and we have the power. I mean, for me, like, I would want to definitely help people and help them realize that there is, like, you do have a choice to better your life and stuff, man.
Like, what do you mean?
Like help, I don't know, like help people realize, like, chase people's passions, because I feel like a lot of people, they get stuck in a job that they don't like, you know. They fall in a routine, and that routine leads to doing the same thing over and over again. So, like, that's what
a lot of people are in situations they can't control, and you know, and they do get comfortable, but it's because it stems from a situation they can't control. If you grow up in a family that's economically poor, you may not have the luxury of doing certain things. I get what you're saying, but there's a lot of asterisks right there on that quote, you know.
What's that? Oh yeah, it's not like, yeah, it's definitely not like black and white, for sure. Definitely, yeah. I agree. And I don't know, that's pretty much it, bro.
Cool.
Yeah. Where can people find you?
You could find me on Instagram, Mark, that's MARK 4ORD. You can find me on Twitter at 4ORD20. You can find me on Facebook at MARK 4ORD, that's Mark Ford. And you can find me on my website, man. Check me out, markfordtraps.com. We got merch on there. Like I said, I got a vinyl. It's coming out. I got edibles on there. Actually, you know what? I just got flagged for having edibles.
You got flagged?
Yeah. You can't, at least on my domain, sell edibles, CBD, THC, none of that shit. So I have to rebrand it. So it'll be on there. It'll probably you just gotta look. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Show. Well, I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.